Back here at home, they're talking about taxes and texting in your vote counts.
With apologies to Winston, never have so many spun so much about something so simple as the Boston Massacre. Scott Brown, the Boston Strangler.
What happened? The shot heard around the world. That's right. Listen, what happened in Massachusetts on Tuesday night with Scott Brown picking up the Senate seat that was formerly held by the Kennedy clan for more than 50 years. I mean, who would have thunk that was the functional equivalent of a political earthquake with ripples that will be felt around the nation, and in particular in Washington, D.C. And this comes on the heels, obviously, of two big losses for the Democrats in the governor's races in New Jersey and also in Virginia. Guys, they say if it happens once, it's an accident. If it happens twice, it's a coincidence. If it happens three times, it's intentional and deliberate. I think there was a clear message sent to the Obama administration on Tuesday night.
Which they denied for a while. You know what? This is going to be a question of how good this president is. In 1994, Bill Clinton pivoted and became very popular. You're from that part of the country. Was it a message to the president?
No, I hope it is. I hope he takes it as a message. Folks up there called Massachusetts Taxachusetts, okay? Folks up there made a statement. They were tired, business as usual. They were tired of Washington. But, Randy, also they were tired of people in elected office that aren't listening. It's a lesson for all of us. We need to be listening to people. By the way, there is a precedent for this. Back in 1961 in Texas, LBJ, the Democrat, was followed by John Tower, a Republican in Texas. So basically what this means, folks, the rules have changed. Independents had more than 50% of the votes up there. This is an isolated incident, but the president has a wake-up call to start listening. You and I make sure we do that, right?
And I mean, sort of like Oklahoma right now, we've got Republicans running the two houses. Kirsten McIntyre did a story this week about what it means for Democrats, but I said, you know, it's about Republicans. And today, I mean, we saw the House Republicans yesterday do a good job in a press conference, but another Senate Republican washout. When are they what's going on with the state Senate over there?
Well, you know, they're confused over there. I had to see this for myself, so I showed up this morning at 11, and I swear to God, folks.
I'm sure they were glad to see you.
Yeah, they were. This press conference was a cure for insomnia. I mean, I don't know if the press was asleep or the senators, they were standing up.
Yes,
they all were. Horrible. I mean, we got problems, Randy. We need to talk about invalids and seniors with Meals on Wheels and all those other things that we're facing. These guys spent a half an hour, and I mean, I'm not kidding you. We were asleep, including the press. Let's wake up, folks. You're governing. You're in power. It's difficult to govern. Hopefully the House Republicans have got together.
Well, they did a good job yesterday, but I mean, two things that people care about right now, the budget, and there's a nasty fight. Who's going to see who's going to be the new Senate leader, and nobody, Capitol Press Corps, nobody's talking about this.
Well, I think you hit the nail right on the head there at the tail end, Scott. Listen, I love my friends in the state Senate, but they seem to be ignoring the two biggest elephants in the room. The first one, obviously, is the state budget. For goodness gracious sakes, we have a $1.3 billion hole in the FY11 budget. That's growing on a daily basis, and they didn't address it really in their last press conference. And then, obviously, the other big thing out there is the battle over who will succeed Glenn Coffey as the Senate pro tem, shaping up to be a pretty good infighting between Brian Bingman, a senator from Sapulpa, and Harry Coates, the senator from Seminole. So,
and that's the first time
gone unaddressed.
Yeah, this is the first time anybody's talked about it. We want to talk about that going down the road. Hey, talk about infighting. Dank the Tank. Okay, I've known David Dank forever, and this guy's coming out against his speaker over a property tax issues. Chris Binge versus Dave Dank. Who's going to win that?
Well, listen, I very much obviously like David Dank, and I think that David's right on this particular issue. His proposal is not a new one. It's been around for a long time, but that is limiting the increase in property taxes, which seem to be happening end over end at 5% per year. That has a terrible impact on seniors and those who live on a fixed income, as well as all the rest of us. Speaker indicates that he doesn't want the bill heard in the House. I disagree with that decision. Dank obviously has taken him on and asked for him to either step up or step down. I think he went too far in asking for him to step down. But again, I repeat, David Dank's right on this issue. It needs to be put up for a vote.
Like an M1, he's not going to back down because he just, you know what, he doesn't care. He wants to get this issue out there.
David Dank was instrumental in the changing of leadership when Lance Cargill was the speaker. When David Dank wants to do something, he's pretty much determined that he's going to do it. The issue of breaking, well, it's true, you know that. I would pay attention to David. I wouldn't just blow him off like that. But on the other side, though, know, the House Republicans came in with part of their agenda is that they want to lower taxes some more. Yet on the other side of their mouths, they're talking about they've got this budget crunch and they don't have enough revenue. Being in a majority is difficult. It is hard to govern. But David Dank is on a point here. Ad valorem increases in property taxes has been a #1 issue in my district since I got elected.
Hey, Richard, real quickly, just Democrat math, limiting increases in tax rates is not a tax cut.
Let's talk about the well-to-do tax breaks that the budget crunch has caused here.
Okay, can we go from tax to text? The governor says no more tax. Listen, I'm at the point now, when I see these people driving down, you put your hand up here and you can't stay in the lane. I mean, this is a pretty good move by the governor to stop this.
Okay, I'm going to get to that in just 1 second, but one historical note here. All those, the patron saint of the Republicans, Ronald Reagan, he was at the same approval rating in his presidency as Barack Obama is right now. As far as the texting issue is concerned, it's a good idea as far as safety is concerned. The next move, by the way, when you're texting while driving, you are as incapacitated as if you were driving while intoxicated with drugs or alcohol.
Maybe worse.
We cannot get to the cell phone usage, but stopping texting is a good... By the way, the Senate Democrats are talking about public safety. This is a public safety issue.
You know, I'm not going to defend, obviously, texting while driving. It's not a prudent or safe thing to be doing. But listen, here's the truth. The governor hasn't done anything for state employees in the 7 years that he's been for office, so he wants to do something to them on the last year that he's headed out the door. I'm not aware of a single incident of a state employee causing a wreck because he's texting while driving. And my concern about the nanny staters is this. Where's this headed? Is he next going to issue an executive order banning them from going through fast food restaurant drive-thrus while they're eating or while they're driving? After all, it's not any safer.
You're chairman of the Flat Earth
Our
Society.
time is up. Well, we got to go. Here, I need to text somebody about this show.